Digging it out for Pablo Zabaleta, and Silva. It's a third-minute lead for Manchester City.
Well, John, it just seems to me that Middlesbrough haven't started. They had the early scare when the ball was cut back from Sané. This time, they just sit back, they allow City to dominate possession, work the ball from left to right. Zabaleta totally unmarked on that right side. An opportunity for Sterling, it pops away from him. As we see Zabaleta totally unmarked, completely isolated.
Looking for the pace of Sané this time. And Sané chose to play it across. Looking, I think, for Aguero.
I think he was, John, you're absolutely right, and I'm surprised because with his pace he gets in. Brilliantly timed run, good first touch, knocking it out of his feet, and you can see, as soon as he does that, his head comes up, he's looking, there's the little look for Aguero.
First time hit. It's a wayward one by the Dutchman de Roon.
Please, John.
Ledbitter. It's carried away off the line by...
Bravo gets away with it, and it's Zabaleta that comes to his rescue. Covering the back post, he steps in behind the goalkeeper and fires that ball away as it's headed in. And the second one from Gested, he just can't get it down. The first one he's unlucky with. Bravo, poor handling, but brilliantly apart.
Coming on in his place, a player who scored 23 times for Manchester City. With time to pick out his options. Silva. Sterling. And Sané fluffing his lines. Really should have been two for City.
Well, that's the best chance they've carved out since the goal. And again, Sterling on the right. Got too much space. He knows what's coming because he's thinking, we've had these opportunities, that being one of the best of them, and they've not.
That's by Barahan, past the Spaniard, still going.
Again, where Fabio's close in alongside Gibson, and Stuani hasn't gone with Zabaleta's run. This is the work from Sané, gets to the byline, good footwork, great little touch to go to the byline, and then it's Gibson.
Traore. De Roon early, and Negredo's header. Stuani arriving.
Well worked down the right, and this is a chance, a good chance, because Stuani gets a run on the inside of Zabaleta who slips, and in the end it's a poor header.
Silva.
Again, good break, good movement from City, the interplay, and in the end Aguero sees Silva.
De Bruyne, and the header wide by Yaya Toure.
Oh, chance for Toure, because the timing of the run's good, the delivery from De Bruyne's good. Yaya, you'd expect him at least to get that on target. Actually comes up.
Here's Silva. And Sané, but the offside flag is up, and what followed is inconsequential.
Just maybe a question as to whether Sterling was fouled here. Silva was offside when the ball comes back to him from taking that early lead, and could have really put this tie to bed. So he knows a second goal is vital, I feel.
Toure. De Bruyne. And Sterling missed his kick. Silva should have scored his and City's second.
Well, it was almost a carbon copy of the early goal they scored in this game. The space exploited down the right-hand side for City. The ball pulled back, this time by De Bruyne. Sterling misses the chance. Silva picks it up, but on his right foot this time, fires it over.
Sterling. And Aguero!
And Silva, away for what should have been a corner. This is the chance. Sterling onside. Great run to the near post via Aguero, onside. Side foot, I think Guzan gets a touch that deflects it onto the post.
And Sterling misses his kick, and Zabaleta! Well, he feels that should be a corner. Goal kick is given.
Well, Zabaleta's strike, you can clearly see it comes off the in this FA Cup tie.
Silva for Sané. Silva again. And Guzan on the stretch.
A good stop, because this one from Silva, not so sure he struck it as perfectly as he would have liked, but it certainly had the direction, and Guzan had to touch it to make sure he pushed it wide. You can see it's just creeping away towards that far left-hand corner.
Sané lining one up, and Guzan reliable and stout again.
He's kept it out. It's come from distance. It's curling away to that far corner. That's a good, strong right hand from the keeper.
Clichy. Open ground ahead of Leroy Sané, and there's Aguero. It's taken a long while. Manchester City could have had 6. They're relieved to have 2.
Yeah, and in the end it's quality in the way that they spring Sané down the left-hand side. The interplay to get him in behind the fullback, rolled in by Clichy, and then he has a look.
Gaston Ramirez going all the way through, and Bravo. A few more times put in now in the end. It's Aguero who'll line one up, and Guzan spilt it, and Sterling scores, but he turns across and looks and is disappointed because the flag is raised. It's not going to count. And David Silva. Nice deflection. Traore with the pace to get away from him. Negredo. Fabio.
Ramirez does well to keep it alive, and then the only thing Fabio can do is throw his head at it. It's a touch from Bravo. He gets fingertips to it, but Otamendi and Stones
Putting on the gas, Sterling. And Sterling looking for personal glory.
I think he thought about just rolling that into the path of Aguero. Guzan makes a good stop down to his left-hand side, because the shots fired past.
And Nolito. Not quite.
Wonderful cross.
Nolito. Silva again. It was Iheanacho poaching at the near post. So Manchester City, the first name through to the last 4 of this season's